Hi, welcome to Coral Roots. I'm Adrian. This is my husband Eddie, a reluctant participant in the channel. Meet our golden retriever, Carol. Claire joins us as a special guest from time to time. And we live in Cape Coral, Florida. This channel is devoted to all things living that summer 365 lifestyle. Follow along as I serial start new projects and learn from YouTube University. Hello, welcome back to Coral Roots. Today I am in my office working on my sewing. If you're new here, 2026 is the year of my analog crafts, aka grandma hobbies. And I have made one vest a couple of episodes ago. I hacked a shirt and kind of self-drafted, as they call it, made my own, and it was all right. And then I got a pattern. What was it called? The Handsy pattern from, what's it from? Seamwork. So I got that pattern and then hacked a different shirt into that pattern. And I say hacked because that was a button down that I kept the button downs, even though the Handsy pattern doesn't have buttons. Don't mind me. I realize this is not an outfit. I'm in the process of like trying on stuff and figuring out what I'm doing next. Anyway, so I thought I would tell you the next steps in my journey. Behind me, you see two different dresses are actually the same pattern. This is a free pattern called the Fawn, sorry, I should have just memorized this, from Mood Fabrics, called the Fawn Mini Dress. Now I have done, hold on, so it's a free pattern. You can pay to upgrade to like the instructions with it. And I did, this is called, it's either called a toile or it's called a muslin. Basically, it means a practice version of your finished dress. I learned a lot on this. I measured and I did, they're called size large based on the measurements from their size chart. I learned, like I said, I learned a lot. The collar I liked on it, but it's really big. So you see these pins. I was figuring out like how much smaller to make the pattern to make it fit. And I also hate the way the pockets are. Anyway, so it was a good practice. So then I learned some things from this garment, I'm such a sewer, and made this version of it. Both of these are out of sheets, by the way, that I thrifted. And I hate this one as well, but for different reasons. So on this one, I reprinted. So if you don't know, you literally print page by page. Each page that you print, like sheet of paper, becomes a part of the pattern, and then you tape them all together, which is on my blue tape because I'm out of Scotch tape. And then you cut out each of the shapes in the pattern, and then they're taped together to become the pattern. So I did this twice. I did a size large on that yellow one, and then I did a size medium on the other one. And on this one here, oh, it's supposed to have big buttons. I'm nervous to do the buttons. So on this one, I taught myself and did a zipper, which I did a pretty decent job on. Whole nother story on this one. So the what do you call it? Pattern in this really hid the collar. So I made, whoopsie. So I made a collar band, which I'm pretty happy with. I sized down, and then the other thing that I now know I should have done is for a small bust, there's an adjustment you can make so you can keep like the back, because I'm, wider, but not busty. There's an adjustment I could have made to the front of this, and I think that would have made a difference. So if I were to make it again, I would make yet another adjustment. Anyway, and then because I hated the way these pockets turned out, like this little flap doesn't hide your flaps, I modified it, and I'm happier with that. And then I still hate how the pockets are like kind of fat. So then this one's just a fake one. It's like a flap without a pocket because I figured like how often are you actually going to put something in on this style of dress? So that was a good learning. Then I did this one without the center zipper or center, what do you call it? The buttons, because I was going to do the zipper, but I wanted to try doing the zipper on the side. The thing that I keep running into on this one, and I should try these on for you probably, huh? Maybe I'll do that while I'm jibber jabbering because it'll make it more fun. Okay, so this was version 1. Again, oh, also this one is fully double lined. So it's like you make the dress 2 times and then you have it inside out, you seam it, you connect it all together. So it's like, I mean, I don't have it finished, but fully, completely lined. As you can see, it's really like boxy and wide. And I have clippers on here. I'm pretty proud actually of all the things I learned on this first one, considering I'd never done a dress pattern. I guess the Handsy I did a pattern, but had the pattern, double lined, modified the zipper part. Again, I don't love how these are like, they're supposed to have these like pocket welts, which I think are supposed to make it look like suit, but because of the fabric I did, they don't lay right. Anyway, so I don't like that. And they were like, no way could I figure out how to make the pocket flap wide enough. So from this, again, I made this in the size large based on the measurements because you're supposed to do your waist measurement. Well, I think because my waist measurement is almost the identical measurement of my hips, I mean, not exactly, but pretty close. I'm basically a rectangle. That my waist would then be, sorry, can you hear me? I forgot I took this off. My waist measurement, if you were to be like an hourglass woman, would then put my hips like, 10 inches bigger. So I have like taken this in and it's still huge on me. So then that's why I went to do this one in size medium. Let me show you what I did on this one. So this one is not double lined because it was not such a see-through sheet fabric in this yellow. So this had more opacity, I believe would be the word for it. And so I did this one not double lined. Like I said, I didn't do the zipper in the front because I wanted to see if I could work on doing a zipper down the side. See, this pocket's already bugging me. Again, I adjusted it to a smaller size, but then on top of that, I still had to take in a whole bunch here. And again, now that I learned about there's an adjustment you can do for there's a large bust adjustment and a small bust adjustment. I think that probably is what I should have done and what I needed to do. So now I've taken it in here, but it's got still like a weird fabric-y doohickey here. It's like now almost too tight the way I did it, like very snug, which isn't horrible looking like collar or like high waist up, but it's, I don't know if maybe it's the fabric, which by the way, sidebar, any of y'all who know me know I'm really into being a light spring, and this actually, every color in this matches technically, I think, a bright spring and a light spring, but every single color from my color swatch packet is represented in this dress. So this would probably be like a warm or a bright spring, but these are all my direct colors and they are in this dress, or fabric, which is why I picked it up for super cheap at the thrift store. Again, I like the color. There's just something, I don't know. I don't know. I thought maybe this was going to be the right pattern for me because I typically do well with a very like classic tailored looking cut. But maybe because I don't really have a waist, like again, back to being more of a rectangle shape, I'm wondering if that's the problem, or because I'm just such a beginner, I'm doing too many modifications and too much at once because I like to be really good right away, and you can't be really good right away. So this leads me to, what do I want to do? Do I want to try to remake this yet again with my learnings, or give up the ghost for now, keep my pattern, and move on to something else? And then as I learn more techniques, I might be able to solve for this pattern. Because I think it could be a cute pattern. I like that it covers up your shoulders. It could be a nice work dress, you know, that type of thing. I haven't hemmed the bottom, by the way, either. It's totally not all hemmed. That brings me to what I think I want to do next. I could do it one of two ways. I have this other, I'm literally holding the wrong fabric, sorry. I thrifted this other sheet in this really cute little tiny floral pattern. I think these would be maybe tulips, but I thought they made like a nice classic geometric stripe. And I'm thinking I could make this into either a skirt, and I have two different patterns, one that I got online for free, and then another one that I thrifted for $2, $1, $2, whatever. Actually, it was on 50, doesn't matter, at the thrifty store. And it's got two different versions. You can make either the pencil skirt or this skirt. I typically do better with this style than the flouncy ones, especially because it's got that little dainty floral on it. But I'm wondering with the stripe, if it could read as not girly and more stripy. Or do I take a pair of pants that I already own and like, these are what I call my vacation pants, and trace from this pair of pants and make a new pair of vacation pants, maybe without the pins, without the pleats in it, because I think that might be too hard. Out of this, I'm wondering if it'll end up looking like pajamas pants, which I guess wouldn't be a horrible thing. I mean, worst case, I just have loungy pants for around the house. And then, so make pants out of this. And then I have this other dress that I had thrifted, which is just basically a box. And I could maybe cut it and make the top into a tank top. And then, again, this really might look like pajamas. And then have a little outfit. But that would require me to kind of make up my own shiz, which is kind of where I'm leaning, to be honest. I don't know that I'm going to wear a skirt. I don't typically look good in this style skirt, but maybe I should just try it and then still do the tank top with it. But if I do this and don't like it, then I won't have enough fabric to do the pants. I should probably have done this and then asked the question and then the next video done it, right? Because now you're going to be voting in your head, and then I might not do what you voted. Sorry. That's where we're at. It's going to take me some brain thinking time, but for you, it'll just be the next scene. End scene.
Plot twist, I did none of the above. I ended up getting way too excited about an entirely new pattern called the Allie Olson Highlands dress. So I went ahead and printed all of those pages, taped them all together, and then cut them out. And here you see me going back to YouTube University, and also she has a video tutorial, which is amazing, where I am doing my small bust adjustment to this dress, much like I was talking about for the other pattern. It was a little bit confusing, and I actually ended up having some troubles with it. So I sent her an email, and I gotta say, for a $10 purchase, this chick, she did some great customer service. She replied with not only an email, but an additional video walking me through where I was having issues on my specific question, like what customer service. So I will attempt to tag her in this video because wow, that was awesome.
We have jumped ahead probably 2 weeks of time, I want to say, and I'm now standing outside because the light right now in my office is atrocious. So here is the Allie Olson Highlands wrap dress in that same sheet fabric. A few things. I think I'm going to love this dress in the next iteration. Um, what we realized, Eddie, when I showed it to him when I got it done, we think that we just hate the fabric. So there's that. But I think the overall potentialness of the pattern is awesome. A couple things that I did that I will now correct on my second one, which is why you do the practice garment. One, I put the ties on incorrect. So there's a long and a short so that you can wrap them where the wrap goes. And I did it wrong. So like if I were to wrap it on the correct side, I'd have this really crazy long one and really short one. So I have it wrapped over here. And then two, I did do that small bust adjustment, but I actually think I should size up on the dress and do that same adjustment again. That way I can have a slightly more roomy fit. Like it fits, and maybe with the different fabric, it might be cute, this fit, but yeah, I think I just need to go up one size because it fits around the waist. But I think I really am gonna like it. The other thing I would like to add is pockets to the side placket, if you will. And then it's a really great like churchy type length, but I think I would also choose to raise up the hem length a little bit. All in all, great sew. The instructions were awesome. Like I said, she got back to me within a couple of days, and not only an email, but with a video, which was like, wow. This was not a free pattern. I want to say it was like a $10 pattern, but for $10 to have somebody reply to you that quick and that like personalized of a response is pretty sweet. So I will find fabric that I really like and make it again. I did not film the process going through this dress because I'm not really like a sewing channel. However, this is part of like Cape Coral Living and me doing living. Would you like me to do more of the process or be like, hey, I don't really care anything at all about your sewing journey, don't share anymore? Or like, hey, just give me the cool high level stuff and it's fun watching you learn a new skill and high fives. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye.